Hey, Gordon.
Hey, Alex, how's it going?
Doing very well. So, what's Lattice Semiconductor doing lately?
Well, you know, one of the fun things that we're up to is USB Type-C, and, funny you should ask, because I wanted to spend a few minutes chatting to you about it.
Now, USB Type-C, they just finally got the connector established, didn't they?
You bet. So, back middle of last year, they established the standard, and now we're seeing that, a whole variety of electronic manufacturers busy kind of designing equipment utilizing the Type-C, and we expect over the next 3 to 6 months we'll start to see the first devices show up on the marketplace.
So this is the connector.
You got it. That's a bona fide Type-C connector, and you can see it, check it out, plugging into the board here.
Ooh, nice positive detent, and it's reversible.
Yeah.
Very nice. Now, what's the capacity?
So this thing, you can do 100 watts of power, 20 gigabits of data. You can reconfigure it to do video. This really is a connector that can replace a large number of connectors we find on today's equipment. Power connector, video connector, USB, maybe even the networking connector.
Now, for that kind of power, it's got to be more than 5 volts going through this thing.
Yeah, you bet. So in order to get the 100 watts, they allow the current to go up to 5 amps, but then they step the voltage up to 20 volts to get the 100 watts.
Right, so that means there's going to be some power circuitry involved in the connection now.
You bet. And also, you've got to do a little bit of negotiation and figure out what power you'd like to receive as a device.
Got it, got it. So what else can you tell me?
Sure. Well, let me kind of run through this quick presentation to give you some information here. So, this we already talked about mostly. This is what's really cool about USB Type-C. 100 watts, 20 gig of data. It's a small reversible connector. Got some flexible modes that allow you to push video down the pipe. We've got flexible vendor-defined modes. Defined last year, people are starting to release equipment this year using this.
Very nice.
So this is a little bit more of a sense of what's really going on inside the connector. 24 pins. So we got ground, high-speed USB 3.1 data, the V-bus, so the power. We've got a configuration channel and the SPU. So this is a sideband channel. We've got the legacy 2.0, and then here the connector really just is symmetrical. So on the other side we see the same thing: configuration, sideband, power, and then another USB channel. So one of the kind of challenges people are finding with USB Type-C is that it's necessary to do this configuration. You've got to figure out how you're going to use all those conductors, what voltages you're going to provide, and that's really what Lattice is about, providing in that solution. So this is just kind of a little bit more about how the configuration is done. So in USB, there's 2 levels of configuration that are defined. We've got something called cable detect, we call it CD, and we have something called power delivery communications called PD. So the most basic of USB Type-C doesn't need either of those, so you can get some USB 2.0 data, 5 volts, 900 milliamps, and operate as a device without thinking about either of these communication protocols. But if you want to start to use some of the other capabilities, you've got to think about, hey, how am I going to do the cable detect? How am I going to do this pad delivery communication?
Right.
Yeah. And turns out that's a little bit of a gap in a lot of people's systems. It's a gap that Lattice has developed 3 solutions to fill.
Excellent. Show us the solutions. I'm imagining you're going to do that right now.
Yeah, you bet. So here we go. We got the 3 solutions the Lattice is providing. We've got what we call the CD-PD for chargers. So this is a standalone solution, can work in a charger or travel adapter, and basically talk over the Type-C interface, negotiate what voltage is going to be supplied with the device plugged in, and then control the power circuitry so that the voltage can be adjusted to the right level.
Got it.
And then we also have a solution designed really primarily for the smartphone and tablets. There we just do the physical layer of this CD and PD function, and we let the application processor take care of all the ongoing kind of communications and negotiations back and forth in terms of what happens over the interface.
Got it. Well, you know, Lattice is known for making good solutions. You got a piece in this Google Glass, right?
You bet. We found in all kinds of different consumer electronics, a very large number of cell phones that shipped last year, shipped with the Lattice silicon in. And you know, people hear Lattice, they hear FPGA, and often they think that that means, you know, FPGA, high cost, high power, large devices. With Lattice, that's really not the reality. We're focused on delivering low-cost solutions, very small solutions. Our smallest solutions go down to about 1.4 by 1.4 millimeters. Very low power, kind of really starting right now.
That perfectly targets Internet of Things applications, small portable Internet of Things applications.
Exactly, and also mobile handheld devices, tablets, notebook computers.
Micro-autonomous robots.
Exactly. You know, cures cancer, all of those things.
There you go. So anything else on this?
So we have one other solution that I just wanted to highlight, which is we have what we call a CD, PD for hosts and devices. Again, a standalone solution could be used in just about any piece of equipment. We hook up to the Type-C connector, and then we do all the negotiation and configuration using the CD and PD functions. Set the power supply to the right level, control any switches that are needed to mix in data to the high-speed USB lines. And, people are good to go.
Excellent.
So they can use it standalone, or if they want to, that processor can come in, change this a little.
Well, one of the questions I always ask is, what kind of support do you offer?
So basically, we're delivering this as a complete package to our users. So if I jump to here, what you can
And that's
see,
this development board.
that's this development board, and in addition to having development board capability, we provide schematics, bills of material, the code that's necessary to be delivered into our device, and documentation. So we find that people can grab our solution and within a couple of weeks have their design done and be ready to go with USB Type-C.
Very, very nice. So was there any last thoughts before we let you go? I don't want you to miss anything.
So I think from our perspective, USB Type-C, really exciting, being used in all kinds of different pieces of equipment. Does add this new requirement for taking care of the cable detect and power delivery, and if you're looking to find a way to do that, Lattice has got an awesome solution that's proven, got all the pieces for you ready to go.
Excellent. Hey, thanks a lot, Gordon. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem.
Have a good one.
Yeah.